Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Rosie at RoseByNameCo. I wanted to show you today some works in progress. I do have many boxes where I've started something or even completed something, and then I put it into a box and I kind of forget about it. So it is sort of like forgotten stash. But it is still tags that are mostly completed and pages and so on that I should be using. And I try to remember to use them as much as I can in whatever I'm working on currently. So I will show you this basket full of pages. And then I will show you this as well. And I have this one. It's not chocolate, unfortunately. Chocolate is gone. But let me tell you, this is a local chocolate maker here in St. Stephen called Ganong. And they're practically down the street, and they are known all over Canada and the world. But mostly, I think I only heard of it in Canada. But very good chocolate and local chocolate maker. I just wanted to give them a thumbs up for their chocolate, which I've seen the chocolate museum. They have a chocolate museum downtown, and there you can buy some varieties of different chocolates. So if you're ever in the area, please look up this chocolate maker. And we are known as the Canada's chocolate town. And so of course this chocolate is gone. It is replaced with some of my work in progress. So actually, let me put it this way. So here are some pages that I might have worked on and completed in some sort, but they're not sewn yet. So a lot of them are waiting to be sewn. This was maybe a pocket I was making to go on a page in a journal. But it needs to be sewn a little bit more around here and all the way around the edges. And this is a tag. Sometimes I use this one as a base. I'll make the bases, and then I'll use the focal, I'll put the focal point on top of it when I know what it is that I'm doing or needing. Sometimes I do include these though in my journals that I sell, because the buyer might want to put their own main subject on top of this tag, which is already made for them. This I kept, well, these are film strip envelopes from, back in the day when we used to have those films to deal with to get copies of our photos. So I did come upon them recently somewhere in my box of, treasured memories. And they're beautiful glassine bags. And I will try to use these, but of course they're sitting in the box here, so they've not been used yet. Then over here, I'm often just make paper for writing or little notebooks. Sometimes I will put the notebook in the edge here, and I think this is what's happening here. So it's a place to write on here, and then with a little notebook on the side. And this one looks like an envelope with the same, maybe whatever is going to stay in the envelope. And then with these botanical motif. This one too, maybe this needs to be stitched right in the front, and then with a few things inside. And I have birds already cut out, waiting for something. A little bit of phrases. Of course, we like to put phrases on. Do not tell them, Annie, what I have undergone. Okay, maybe Anne of Green Gables. This one is, well, it feels like quite a sturdy pocket, very thick. And with a little bit of ledger paper here, and more inside, and botanicals. Then I'm going to sew a pocket here and make a little notebook here. And then on the back, let me see, on the back it already has a little pocket. Maybe you just need sewing about, and little tiny note cards for writing. And well, I have this as well. I'm not sure where this belongs to, whether one of these might be a pocket as well. So I like making lots of pockets and so on. have a few more to go. And looks like a back of something. Oh, beautiful, beautiful clock here. Looks like this is original ephemera from one of those catalog books. And I have lots more of these to sew up, and well, I just need to get to it, and so I can use these beautiful images up. So I have butterflies and mushrooms and flowers and so on. Let's see what else is in here. Another little notebook. Looks like maybe that would go over here. There's a little button, and then whatever I have going on inside. And so a few more of these. They're very cute, so I need to start using them. A little bit of a notebook, I believe. So it's already even with papers inside and stained aged on the outside, so ready to be used. Looks like this is maybe a real, for someone special, a real card, and a happy birthday. In an envelope, more envelopes here. Okay, so I do have quite a bit of work that I could be doing here. Not that I'm not doing work, I am, but I'm always coming up with new ideas and doing something different, and then I forget to go back and continue working on what I already have. I'm sure many of you do the same thing, and I like looking at what other people are working on. They've just completed or a work in progress. Just gives me more ideas and motivation to get on with my own work in progress. So this is the Gnome box of things inside there. So I did make a tea, and I'm going to have a little bit of tea. It's been in there for a bit, so I'm just going to take it out. It is a peppermint defresher. And this little plate here, very pretty, came with the inn, as well as this cup and saucer here. And as I said, quite a collection here that I have now. This is Staffordshire, made in England. Very, very beautiful as far as all the detail in this little plate. So I do like to look at it every now and then. So I will stir my tea. So yeah, let's also, take a minute to breathe. And when we're doing this journaling and the craft work, it can go on forever. Like there's no end, no beginning, no end. It just goes on and on and on from one thing to the next all the time. Okay, I'm getting refreshed already. Roses, my favorite. Okay. So now, I also have this beautiful hanky I will show you in a minute. So let me go with this one now and show you what's inside this little Tupperware. I like to use a lot of Tupperware because you can see through it. Maybe makes me remember a little more. Oh yes, I have this in here. I could use it right now, and so on. So I do have some tags. Looks like these are done. These are sewn. When I see my sewing, then these are completed, and I could use them in a nature journal, a botanical journal, or really I use it in any journal, no matter what the theme is, because nature is all around us, so you can't really, ignore it or avoid it. This one is a little bit of a booklet. So I made these a while back, and I have sold a few in a spring-like journal last year, the year before even. This one, I have a pocket here on the top with this little detailed little rosette on the top. And I like using any kind of thread that I might have, or ribbon, or any string, because I do have birds on here and they work with all that kind of stuff. So also here as well, as you can see, a little bit of burlap on the bottom. And this is an authentic from a book. And then over here, let me show you on the side first. I have just more of a plain tag. And a note card over here. A little bit of collaging and more collaging on this journaling card. And then over here some more papers. So a little bit of a botanical just plain piece that you can use in your journal then, and this one as well. So all of these pieces you can take them out and use them in your journal as you wish anywhere else, right? So a little bit of fabric here and a little bit of ribbon on top, stamping over here, and this is the cabbage dyed paper. And I bought cabbage right now and I want to be making some more of this. And then this I spliced together whatever leftovers that I had and punched out a little bit of a sun or a flower, whatever you want to call it here, and just goes beautifully together. I love something like that. And then in the back I have another larger tag and fabric sample over here, fabric on ribbon. And down here as well, I have this sponge that I got from Europe. It has 3 different things in it. So this is one of them. And then this is another one. It's just like a little title frame. You could put brads in here, just like this here, and put it as a title. So cut out any kind of paper. Here I give you 2 of these, let's say. And then in the back is a little piece of paper that is stamped for, a little secret message. I like to call them secret messages. I don't know why. Just because it's so tiny and fits in a little spot where it's not very visible, and you can use it that way. Hide it away. And some more journaling cards and tags of different sorts. More tags and different motifs or different items on there, and different ribbons and so on. So all different details. So I need to remember, a lot of times I go with the colors and so on, and I will then look through this box and see what I can use. Now I've used quite a few of it already, so it's not like I haven't used it. I did use quite a few. And then over here, this is like a trifold or something, a hinged pocket that can now be attached to a page like this with a piece of muslin or cotton, whatever you might have, and glue it down. And then it has pockets in here, and this one has pocket here, and so on. So pockets are important and they're all over. So these are made from just your regular envelopes. And some more journal tags, little ones as well. Well, my tea, lavender tea. And this is a pocket waiting to be used with some of my own digital collaging. And on the back you can see it's an envelope. And then another one of these milkweed butterflies. Okay, so there's a beautiful red leaf on this tag, and then there's all kinds of fabrics and textures right here. And then inside you have a yellow tag, note paper, a little bit of collaging here, another botanical piece that you can put anywhere, a little bit more writing on here, a beautiful collaging here, and then fabric on top, stamping. So when I get an idea, I like to do the same thing, as I like to call it, binge. I binge on the same thing, but I make it in different themes, like with different fabric and different stamps and so on, different images. This one has one of these basic tags, and then more fabric sample, and your secret message place here. So then I like to use postage stamps, and I use them as much as I can. So this is a pocket where, you know, you can put in a long, smaller tag, and then you place it on a page in your journal, and you have a place for a tall tag. Let me see. So this is another page I will show you shortly. Now this is a pocket in itself as well, this one. And this actually has a long tag in it, like this. And of course you can write on the back and glue this into your journal. More tags where I've added the trim and sewn around it. Tons of collaging. And some of these smaller ones as well. Also each one with a little bit of fabric sample and so on. And looks like some snippets here also, which you can also glue onto a page. So I have a few of those, and journaling cards of all kinds. Well, this one has cutlery on it, so if I'm doing something, actually I might be able to use this in my new journal that I'm doing, Victorian journals. You know what, I'm going to put this one aside because I should be using that one. And let me see what's in this one. Maybe that's gardening, perhaps. Flowers, yeah, I could use that one. Let me see what else. Looks like maybe a building. Clock, flowers, nest, flowers. I do like this one too. It has a little bit of reddish here. And these ones need a backing, so they're not completed yet. So let me see, do I want to use this flower or this flower? With the mushrooms or with a little bit of birds? Well, I use birds a lot, so let me put that one aside. I'm going to use the mushrooms. And this one has a building. Sometimes I choose off-topic images just for the color. Okay, so this is a whole stack of journaling tags and cards that I should be using, and I need to put this somewhere where it's more visible instead of in my drawer or on my shelf. Sometimes I don't quite, you know, see it enough. So that is this packet. Okay, and I'm gonna have a little more tea. It's very good, with a little bit of honey inside. It is starting to snow now. Okay. Let me just see what is Wood and Sons, England. I know, but I love the rim, the golden rim on top, and the red roses. Beautiful. Okay, and let me show you this before I go on. This beautiful scalloped edge handkerchief. It does open, it's a large one, or a napkin, whatever you might want to call it. It has this beautiful aged look on it, so it is kind of like linen, that feel that I like. I do have a few of them, so I will use them in a journal as well at one point. And I just love the scalloped edges on this. Just pretty. And then it has a little bit of dots on it as well. Otherwise it's just plain white. And you could coffee dye it some more. The other ones are more pristine white than this one. Okay, so now for the big basket, I'm going to show you the bigger pages first. So these are some of the bigger pages that I've used, that you've seen in my witch journals, and I believe I even had some in the owl journals and so on. But this is the bigger size. This is more of a 9x6, I believe. Let me see. So this is, yeah, Actually, so should be a cover, it's exactly 9 inches, so a cover would be a little bit more like 9.5 or 9.25 inch to cover this. And it's exactly 6, so I made this exactly 9 by 6, and then the cover would be a little bit more. And then this is a pocket, this is a pocket, and inside here as well is a pocket, pocket there, and pocket here. So pockets everywhere, and lots of different flowers, nature, butterflies, and collaging with ledger paper and different types of paper that I have, and some labels, book pages, and so on. And then inside here is a bigger pocket. And then I use some, it's not cardstock, it is design paper, but it's thinner one. So I did back it up with the ledger paper, so it's a little bit more sturdy. And then I used thick muslin here, and then pockets on the inside. And the way I do my pockets is I trim over here instead of going all the way through, because it bunches up at some point when you put it in the book. So if you just hold it up and slit it a little bit, it gives you a little bit of extra room to put your things into. So this one has a beautiful notebook in the back as well. So you go to the back. Some of the Tim Holtz paper and fabric over here, and another pocket in the back. And over here is a pocket as well, inside here. It goes all the way down. And over here as well. And some more collaging here. And these were done in the same style, just a different butterfly or a different image, different pages and so on, but in the same style of the hinged page here as well. So pockets all over here and over here and on this side as well. I usually leave this, because it's so busy already with everything else, I leave this blank, and you can, you can write on that, that's for sure. And inside with pockets and copy stamped paper, and covered here with muslin, and then your notebook here with different papers, pocket here and over here. So I do have a book with all kinds of wood, I believe, and textures, and so I'm using that. And over here, notebook, and I did find this wide ribbon, but it's not lacy ribbon, it's more like a piece of cloth, so I use that because I love the flowers on top of them. But it has wood on this edge to equal out, to balance it in a way, with all the flowers, and then different types of textures. And then ledger paper on the inside, notebook with this beautiful white flower on it. And pockets here with a bit of lace, and pocket here. Background here, by the time you put something else in it, it will, surely outweigh your background and just give this more of a highlight because of this. So one more of these. This is the front. I use these butterflies for all of these with a small pocket, bigger. You're getting the idea of what you can do. Of course, I've seen this somewhere else. Wendy from Wendy's Journal Adventure, she does a lot of hinged pages. If you want to watch her tutorials, they are very, very good, and she has lots of them. So let me show you this side. The little pieces or pages that I attached here as the hinged page. So I made these first, and then I use glue, or I sew them with a piece of muslin right over top. So you can put them on both sides, but you don't necessarily have to. If you already put them on the outside, sometimes I don't put it inside because it does make it a little more bulky. So depending on how much ephemera you want to be putting into the journal, if it's going to be really thick just with ephemera, then maybe just put the muslin on one side, inside or outside, whatever you prefer, and that way won't give you that big thickness like these have. So I'm gonna have to watch the ephemera for that one. So these are the pockets that I've been making, and the little butterflies that go on it. And this is pretty well ready and just has to be attached. Here's another one here. So for me, this is the front and this is the inside. And these are the booklet ones. So I was making the booklet ones also separately like this. And I can use them, I don't have to use them on these pages. I can use them anywhere in the journal that I would like to put them. So depending on the colors and so on, and or what I'm doing, I might choose something. I could use this one. It has a nice old aged piece of paper there for my current journal that I'm making. So I will put these together and use those here. And then these are the notebooks themselves. So I make the notebooks and then I will, since I already sewn it, I either sewn it onto this piece, but if it's already made into a pocket, then I will just sew right over this and then glue it on top. So these are just the notebooks that go into these. And this is the pocket that I made, one of the pockets. And I have a notebook size here of the notebook. The little notebook is, so I made myself like a template. So when I'm cutting out, because I like all the pages or notebooks to be the same on that particular page, not on all the pages, but on that particular page, let's say, which is the cover of a signature, then I like them to be the same. So this one is 3.75 by 47.5 this way for this notebook. So I have this little template that I use to cut out the paper. And then I just have papers, leftover paper that I will be using at some point somewhere else. So, and then this is, let's say, a piece of paper that I'm talking about where I type any kind of botanical related words and maybe Latin words and so on. And I will then change each line or even each word to a different font. And then somewhere along the way, I will use it and I'll go, oh yes, I can use this or use that. So I usually have that handy and ready for something like that. So more papers over here, more papers underneath. So this is the bottom of that. And I have some scraps on the bottom, so I'll just leave them there. And these are the little pages that I'm working on here. And these are the completed pages. So these are already ready to go into a journal. I will continue making the witch journals. I have one for sale now, which is Charlotte, and then I'm working on a couple more. And alongside a custom order and alongside many other things. So thank you for coming by again, and maybe you were having tea with me as well. I'm almost done with that. And come by again, and I would appreciate if you could subscribe to my channel and maybe give me a like or a comment. And I will see you in another video. So take care, have a great day. Bye-bye. Rosie at RoseByNameCo.